boogie woogie. And you see all of a sudden all the sirens went off. You know, they brought all of them in back to the base that were on a path, and all the men that were on a leave at home, they had to go back to their base. First they went to Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Mm-hmm. And from Fort Huachuca, Arizona, they went to Guadalcanal. He was on Guadalcanal in December 42 when they killed Toto. See, now, if that story is true, that you say there wasn't any black fighting, that's wrong. There were black firing guns in 1942 because they were because he told us the story. He was at Pearl Harbor in 1942, and then they left there and they went to Marseille, France. They went to Europe. They were the first black in Europe, and they were in the infantry. The infantry is a combat outfit. Now, whoever told you that lie, what they're trying to do, discredit for what the black people did.
Now, who were the first blacks?
Huh?
So who were the first ones there at the infantry?
My dad's cousin and those. Okay. They went in 1940 before the war started.
Okay.
So were they enlisted, or you said they were volunteers, right?
They were volunteers.
Okay.
So when was the first enlisted military African Americans allowed to fight in the war? What year?
The
enlisted ones. Did they start enlisting them?
Enlisted one. That was after December in 1942. All that were in the military, black and white, they were on the battlefield. Because they were the only train that they had. Those guys that were already in the military, that in 1940. That's why they say we weren't ready. We weren't ready yet. And Japan was ready and Germany was ready. But we had to get ready. This country had to get ready. Now who's fabricating all them lies that they feed you? I don't know who he is.
So what I'm trying to figure out is they never...
They're trying to tell you that...
Let me
wait, just hold it. They're trying to tell you that no black people were firing guns in 1944.
They didn't say the year. We didn't say anything about the year.
When the war first started, that's a lie.
No, but were black people...
We went to war in 1941.
Okay.
Now, in 1939, there wasn't any war going on. The war started in 1941. Right. There were trained black men in combat outfits.
They said on the movie. They were trained, but they wasn't fighting yet. But then once they allowed them to go fight, they all went out to fight.
They left here in 1941.
Well, I don't know what year it was.
Listen to what I'm telling you. I know because I was in school. I'm telling you, this is reality. They left Alexander because they were the only trained outfit that in the army, infantry army, the 92nd and the 93rd, they were all black outfit, and they were some of the first trained. Now, who told you that? That's an untrue statement.
What I'm trying to figure out, were they enlisted or were they...
Whether they were enlisted or whether they were volunteers, they were in the military.
Yeah, I know that. That's what.
Now, twisting that to twist your mind by the enlist and volunteer. My dad's cousin, they were volunteers.
They were volunteers.
The first one were volunteers.
Okay.
That's right. And the enlisted one, they didn't put no man in a uniform and enlisted unless he knew how to fire a weapon.
Right.
That's right. Unless he knew how to fire a weapon. They trained them. They were training them for war. They trained all of them to fire a weapon.
Right.
Whether they were in the engineers battalion or what.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
They trained them to fire a weapon. So he ever told you that?
They didn't tell me. Nobody told me that. It's a movie they did about the history of it. But
The movie's a lie.
But actually, what you're saying is what was in the movie exactly. Basically, they trained the black people, but they wasn't out warring yet. One day they were short, and they just said, "Okay, we're gonna." They set the alarm, just like you say. Now, then they allowed all of them to go to battle when they fought. They were already trained. They were just waiting until they give them the authority to go out there.
Those guys that were trained was, in Alexandria. There was a small group in Alexandria and a small group in other camps. They called those men to arms. When those men reached that destination, they were fighting with arms. They didn't go there and stand up to look like this person. See, that's a lie.
No, I didn't never say they went to look. They were ready to fight. They were just waiting, ready to fight.
Those that left here and went to the war zone, they went right to fight. They didn't go there to stand
But
up.
they were trained, though, right?
They were trained. They went right to fight.
That's what the movie said. They were trained.
Oh, that movie, that's Hollywood made that shit. You know?
Yeah, I know they made the movie, but
Yeah.
it's very similar to what you're saying, though.
Yeah, that's
it's
Hollywood.
the same thing.
You listen to those people in Hollywood. They're out to make money.
Oh, sure, I know that. You're right.
And 90% of that stuff they put out are false or fictitious. Please believe me, or fictitious. Mm-hmm. A lot of people that don't know what believe that. Mm-hmm. It's a fictitious.
But what you're saying lined up with what they saying. It's almost the same thing.